Your thoughts on Modestas?
Oh, this is a fucking hard fight.
Because-
if you notice, like, if there's any champion outside of the UFC and they come to the UFC,
Yeah.
they give them the toughest fucking matchups. And Modestas Bukauskas, he was Cage Warriors champion.
He was double Cage Warriors champion.
Yeah, in
wasn't
two
he?
divisions.
Yeah, there you
Two
go.
divisions. Yeah.
You know, he should, because he sort of came into the was it UFC like hot as fuck right now, and then he won his UFC debut against Andreas Michailidis, something like that, along those lines, via elbows. And everyone's like, oh shit, this guy is going to be the thing. And then he lost to Jimmy Crute.
Yeah.
And then his last fight was to Mikhail.
Alexejczyk.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, I have to learn these things for the interviews, and I was like, fucked. I mean, go back and see it. It was like a few times I'd said it, and I'd got it, and then as soon as I opened my mouth to actually talk to him and say, your opponent is Michal Alexejczyk, and he was like, yeah, I think it's said this way, and I was like, oh fuck, it's so hard to say. It's a Polish fighter, so it's a fucking brutal name. So it's like a what am I thinking? Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You don't pronounce it anywhere near what it's spelt.
Yeah.
There's way too many J's and too many Z's. It's not good, and too many K's to be happy with. So, now that Modestas, he's gonna have a little bit of a fire lit under his ass because now he's lost to Alexejczyk, and I thought he won that fight. To be honest, I don't think Alexejczyk won that fight.
I actually thought he won that
I
fight.
thought he, honestly, I don't often say robbery, but I think that was a robbery. I think Modestas definitely clearly beat Alexejczyk.
It was a split decision loss, so
I really think it wasn't that close, but anyway, Modestas did very well in that last fight, but I think he was a bit hesitant to pull the trigger a little bit. I think he seems to be he tries to be efficient with his energy because he's got quite a big frame, and he's got really good like kickboxing background.
It's good you brought that up as well, because he's up against a very, very high level kickboxers associated with Tiger Muay Thai.
Jr. Yeah, he's very good. He's got very good Muay Thai, so you'd expect a really good striking exchange from there. Rountree's been around for a long time. He has been on the Joe Rogan Experience. He's fought the who's who.
He's been around in the UFC since 2016, but he lost the Ultimate Fighter finale against Andrew Sanchez.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would expect.
He's got a bit of a strange record too, 8-5.
Yeah. He's had a bit of a mixed record, to be honest, in terms of when he's got into the UFC. I think Modestas. I mean, obviously Khalil Rountree came from a kickboxing background as well as Modestas, but Modestas, he's made a home in MMA. You know, he's collected 2 belts in Cage Warriors, which is a very difficult circuit to get through in order to become just a champion in one division. To do that twice, similar to Conor McGregor, is that's mad. That's insane. So I'd expect Modestas to beat Khalil Rountree. I don't think it will be a knockout. I think it will be another decision. I think Rountree's very, very well skilled and well versed in striking, as well as Modestas. Modestas is just going to have to push volume. He's going to have to push volume. Khalil's going to be very good with timing, and he's got a good power advantage. I think Modestas just has to overpower him with footwork and a lot of volume, and maybe even thread in a few takedowns, because Rountree's probably going to expect him just to exchange with him on the feet. He needs to mix in takedowns and just make him think of other things, and just think of him like make it a mixed martial arts fight rather than a kickboxing match.
Yeah, well, that's correct, because Khalil Rountree's never won by submission. He's lost by submission, and Modestas, he's actually won a couple of a few fights actually by submission. So I feel like if Modestas uses his ground game and exposes him, I can definitely see him winning the fight. Hopefully that launches him up, because in terms of the rankings as well, there's not much difference between the two. I mean, they're both they're both unranked opponents, and they both fight at light heavyweight, which is now becoming a very, very stacked division. So
very interesting to watch as of late. Yeah.
Anyway, so